What's up, guys? This is Justin with IGN. I'm here with Jonathan Blow.
Hello there.
And we are taking a look at Mushroom 11.
Yes, this is by a developer in New York named Itay Karen, and what we're looking at today is, let's go back. This is an advanced level. We don't want to do that. We want to start at the beginning. So this is a very advanced build of the game. It's not going to be out for quite a while, so we're looking at a very early version. It's a multi-platform game, iPad and PC at least, and possibly other platforms.
And we're playing on an iPad right now,
Yes.
but you have the game up and running on PC.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the way it works, this little green blob that's just appeared here is me, and my only control in the entire game is that I can touch somewhere. You see, I get these sparkles, and these sparkles eat parts of my mushroom.
Oh, did it actually go away, or I saw it sort of morph around?
So what happens is your little mushroom guy wants to be a constant number of little squares.
Okay.
So if any of them die, some more of them will grow, like wherever they can go. And then, so the first thing that you sort of do is learn to move, and you start eating bits of yourself, and then you grow in other directions. And
I see.
You notice it's kind of physicsy here, so my guy's kind of tilting. And if I eat this little piece down here,
that one that's like the linchpin.
Yeah, so you can learn to move very basically. Like here, I can roll down this hill until I get stuck. And
I think I'm getting ahead of you, but I saw you absorb you rolled over some. It looked like organic matter.
Yeah, you can eat different types of little things throughout the game. In what we're going to demo right now, those don't really have effects, but they may or may not in the final game.
Cool. This is already cool. I mean, it's already super simple, right? Like it's. I don't know if this is how the final game is going to be, but you don't really need a tutorial to sort of.
No, and in fact, there isn't one right now,
Right.
and people figure it out just fine.
Sure.
So here we start to see. So I can like chop that piece off myself.
Oh, but then it grows
right?
back anyway. Okay.
Yeah. So what happens in the game as you play is it starts out with relatively simple scenarios, and then it kind of asks you as the player to get more and more competent at all this weird stuff.
And
I don't know how far through this we'll get. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I need to get on this platform. This little button that I'm standing on is what keeps it down. Right? So if I come off the button here, it's going to go back up.
Gotcha.
So I need to hold that button, but then I also need to get onto the platform. And in this case, because they're pretty close, I can just not do that.
Easier said than done. You got to keep part of you sort of on there, and then see if you can scoot, another part of your little mass.
So here I'm just going to stretch out and get on there, and then I didn't mean to leave a piece of myself behind, but that's a totally viable strategy. That would sort of be an advanced strategy, maybe.
And so. What I like about this is that, games that sort of trust the player to figure things out, I guess. Nobody's really a fan of those sort of overly specific tutorials.
Exactly, and they're very tedious. I never like that. I'm going to go in here and eat this guy.
Encourage experimentation. And
right now, these are just sort of score. Like, find all the things you can eat.
Sure.
So, and also the touch that I have, it's got some level of sensitivity to it. So you notice if I just barely touch, I get a small little thing. If I want to pick away at little blocks, I can sort of do that. But then I can hold and get this massive, fast moving.
Oh, yeah, so it's actually not too easy to sort of get up a hill. I mean, it's interesting that some things that are very easy in some video games are challenging here, and some things that would be very, very challenging in another video game are kind of easy to do.
Yeah, and that's what's delightful about this game is sort of becoming competent at this different way of moving that's not that intuitive to start with, but then it just starts becoming natural.
Sure. So are we at a dead end? You're at this lava?
Well, yeah, so I'm kind of stuck here, and I really want to be up there,
right.
and I can't, so I'm just going to die because I happen to know that I'll respawn over here.
Okay.
So deadly lava.
Yes.
But
lava is universally deadly.
Now this is sort of a jumping puzzle, right? Except you can't jump. You just have to bridge your way across these gaps.
Gotcha.
Very carefully. And here I'm just going to kind of make an arc out of myself. Whoa, that's not quite good enough. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
There. And then there's a few things I can do, but I'm gonna do this where I just cut off. Oh, that didn't work. You only need a little part of yourself to get across.
Oh, sure. So you have at least
now that I've done that,
Yeah.
So
sure, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so
it's really easy to get overconfident and then accidentally kill yourself, as I almost did there.
This is level based, so the ultimate goal, ultimately it's point A to point B, correct? Like you're just kind of trying to make it through these stages.
Yes.
Okay.
It's basically linear. There's little side things that you might discover if you're being this one's fun. If you're being a little more of an explorer, you might find things that other people might scoot past.
Sure.
So this one's a cute thing. So because my mushroom grows in all directions,
Mm-hmm.
it'll sort of eat its way in there. And I'll tip this block, and there's like a giant lava at the bottom. But if I cut this at the right time, I can momentum myself
Nice.
around. Yeah.
And now that's back around. I think we're back around where we were a moment ago, but you could have come at that. Oh, no, this is a different.
No, this is a
area.
different. This is further on.
Yeah.
So here's another thing where this switch activates this door, but they're really far away now. So I pretty much have to break myself into two pieces and like leave a piece back here, and
Got it.
and stretch myself past the door. And then once I've done that, I can eat that piece, right?
So can you give me a little bit of an example? This is an early-ish stage.
Yes.
Is there any sort of, obviously this is a non-combat game, but
Yeah.
danger, beyond lava? Can you?
Well, there's a boss monster at the end of this level, but
wow.
it's okay. So
Cool.
here we start to see, there's these fireballs that you have to get past. I
Sure.
actually got lucky, but there starts to be more environmental hazards.
Sure.
There's so right now there's lava. There's also like an acid where if it touches any part of you, it eats its way all the way through you, so it becomes super deadly.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that. So yeah, I'm almost to the end of this. Whoops, I'm almost to the end of this level.
Got it. And so it's pretty easy to see, how things would escalate. As you probably need to split into more parts and sort of manage.
Yeah.
Is it a fungus? I don't even know what I would call this little guy.
Well, it's called Mushroom 11,
Sure,
so I guess
yeah.
it's some kind of fungus. Right. So, I won't do the boss monster battle here because I kind of suck at it and it'll take a long time.
Yeah.
But there's this sort of boss here
Got it.
where you try to eat all 5 of those pods.
This looks totally cool.
Yeah.
And so we are playing this on an iPad right now. And you already said iPad and PC. There's no sort of set date or anything like that right now.
Not that I know of. It's
Okay.
still, it's one of those when it's done kind of things.
And it's worth mentioning that, the reason you're demoing this is because it is an indie fun title, correct?
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're a small investment fund, and we just try to help developers make the best games they can.
Sure.
Like, we're not running it to maximize profit or anything.
Right.
And what's going on is there's a press demo day here in San Francisco today, and the developer lives in New York. So
Got it.
I live here, so it was like, hey, why don't I show the game?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, thank you for showing us a look at Mushroom 11 from,
Totally.
I'm sorry, the developer is...
E.T. Karen.
Okay, got it. So, remember, we're always kind of trying to surface the newest, strangest, most interesting things going on video games on IGN. So everybody watching this, make sure you're keeping it locked to IGN.com.
Right on.